since I started playing.
I got my Season 2 icon on. But nobody really cares about what icon we use. We want to know what the picks and bans are. Malphite and Aatrox actually being banned away from Wicked. Sorry, Wicked, not going to play your favorite champion. Fiddlesticks removed from Mithy and Zed from Nukeduck.
Okay, so the Fiddlesticks ban, I mean, you heard Trevor talk about it earlier on with the Twitter responses that he wasn't that impressed with Mithy's Fiddlesticks. I mean, I don't think really anyone has been, or even Fiddlesticks in general over this entire weekend. So that ban, I'm not sure if it was needed, but it's definitely EG, or something EG wanted to take away. But the Malphite and Aatrox, they don't want Wicked playing anything comfortable, but they still left Zach open for him.
Well, Kassadin being taken away from Frog, and that does mean Twisted Fate's available. Nukeduck has played that a number of times, so we'll see whether they go for that as their first choice. Does also mean that, like you say, Zach, Shen's still open in there, Thresh is still out there, so there's a lot of champions that many would consider the first pick.
Yeah, and there's Kennen still available for Zoro, who's now 6-9 with that champion. I also have Mithy, who loves Thresh. He always asks, come on, give me Thresh, give me Thresh. He proved it yesterday that he can play a phenomenal Thresh, and it looks like that will be the first pick.
Yeah, Thresh first pick, no surprise there. We'll see what Evil Geniuses go with. Do they consider themselves getting some overpowered picks? Snoopy actually used Zach in the jungle the other day, if you recall, but could that be Wicked? With that Aatrox ban, it may actually revert back to Zach.
I'm trying to think, what would he play if it wasn't Zach with these bans coming out right now? I mean, Rumble is there, Brayley is there, Renekton's there, but
he played it against Gambit this morning, did he not?
He was Bricked. He definitely was Bricked back in the spring split. That actually could potentially always be a jungle Shen. So, yeah, he did play Shen earlier on today as well.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well there.
That was, yeah.
Olaf. No, it's not going to be Olaf because Vlad has been locked in. This is a champion that's actually strange to me because Korea have been playing Vlad quite a lot lately, as of China. Yet Europe has barely touched it, apart from LemonDogs.
I was sorry. I really wanted to see that Olaf.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean, Nintendo X is the only one that ever plays or plays him back in North America, but he will have Elise, and we've seen how strong he's been on Elise. He's undefeated on her so far. But yeah, the Vladimir Nukeduck's pretty much been the only one. I'm trying to think if there's been anyone else yet. He's 2 for 2 on him so far, and I really want to know what kind of summoners he's going to take because we saw that Flash Ghost earlier on. And I believe that was actually by Zoro Zero. Yeah, it was by Zoro Zero. But is he going to go with the same thing?
We'll see. Of course, Elise also being locked in. That's going to be Dexter. And if you think your mind back to how Dexter just destroyed Gambit with Elise before, it could be a scary, scary prospect for them. He did manage to land all those cocoon shots he was throwing out, but it's Evil Geniuses are making their choices. What is Pete going to play? Will it be the Rat? Will it be Vayne? He's pulled out a lot of good AD carries so far this weekend. Froggen in discussions with him right now. Of course, the support hasn't been chosen. It looks like it will be Twitch and Sona alongside him. So this is a combo that worked for them on day 1 of Super Week.
One thing, though, I will say about their combo that they have right off the bat, not a lot of damage in their team. They have percent damage off of Zach, obviously, but they have pretty much a tank top laner. They have a jungle Zach, most likely, and then they're pretty much dependent on that Twitch. So Froggen has to play some high damage champion. We're going to see AP Ezreal middle. We saw that actually last night in North America, I believe.
Which means Zoro Zero is top with Vayne. So we're talking about not a lot of damage.
Zoro Zero's top with Vladimir.
But with Vlad, that's what I meant, sorry, with Vlad. Did I say Vayne?
Yeah, you said Vayne.
What's going wrong with my brain?
They're both V's.
I knew what I meant in my head. Nobody else at home would have. But of course, we just talked about EG not having a lot of damage. That's a hell of a lot of damage for LemonDogs.
Yes, it is. I mean, if they catch anyone with a cocoon, they're probably going to die, because then you have the hook right behind that.
And that's not going to be, when you say APS, it's not going to be APS. It's going to be Blue Ez.
I hope it's APS.
We actually saw earlier on today in the OGN, actually, Ezreal in the mid. In fact, it was Ezreal Vayne.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the one downside, though, if he does go AD, luckily for him, though, because it would be blue Ezreal build, is that you feed a lot of your CS into the AD carry later on in the game. And when you have 2 of them, you kind of split that down the line. We've seen it happen earlier on this week, and it didn't work out for them. So I'm still hoping it's AP. Actually, I'm going to check his runes, because I really want it to be.
No, I'm pretty sure he's going to go Blue Ez like Dade did this morning. We'll see whether he does or not. That is going to be Ari locked in for Froggen.
You can tell by that. You
Checking the runes. Damn it. Not going to happen. So, we've talked about this before. Double AD comp, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to win out early on.
Okay, sorry. I was like, are they going to swap? Because they were taking a long time. But yeah, you kind of need to win early on. And with their combo, they can force fights a lot earlier than EG can. Where EG looking more towards that late game with their whole Shen, Zach, some split pushing happening in there. But LemonDogs, they just want to fight you. And the thing is, LemonDogs have been controlling EG in every game they played so far with dragons. They're currently up. In the first game, they had 5 dragons to 1 for EG. In the second game they played, it was 2 to 1. And with this team, they can easily contest and easily hold on to that Dragon yet again. And I keep saying it, I'm sorry to keep repeating it, but Dragon's been so impactful so far in this Super Week.
Well, the LemonDogs looking confident, smiles on their faces, and why not? Because they are the #1 team in the summer LCS. Fnatic took it in the spring, but it's the LemonDogs, one of the new boys, the new upstarts that came through, said they were going to take first, and took first. Can they do in the playoffs? That's the question. That's when it counts. Will they make that World Finals? They're already into Season 4. I should point out, once the first and second team will get through to Season 4 automatically. And of course, it's looking like Gambit may be that second team. Evil Geniuses right now, they're trying to get out of that horrible tied situation that they are stuck in. They are all tied for third place right now. Multiple teams all stuck in that one spot. It's a 4-way tie right now. And if Evil Geniuses win this, they will be on their own in third place.
And that would be amazing for them. I mean, obviously, LemonDogs, they don't care. I mean, they should care if they lose this game because it's all based about that momentum going to the playoffs. But oh, there's the Anivia plushie that we were all hearing about. It actually looks pretty good, so kudos to the person that made that one. But EG, this would be a major win for them if they can pull this off. And hopefully, they brushed off that game earlier versus Gambit.
Well, Evil Geniuses in the form of CLG EU broke my voice before, and it seems that it may well happen again because it's definitely sliding out somewhere, going out the door. Not too sure where it's going, but LemonDogs are going to be the blue team. Evil Geniuses on your screen there are the red team, and we'll see how this one works out. They've got no Anivia this time, so we're not going to get that hour-long game. Will we see Mithy, though, going straight in? It surely will. Shadow Dash comes out. He's going to get locked up. Mithy goes down. First blood for Froggen.
And that is why you don't face check anything. He did get a ward down, but now they're going to lose control of their jungle. And Wicked forced level at taunt level 1. Luckily, it worked out for him, though, so it's not going to hurt him too much. And EG, are they going to stay here in red, or are they just going to ward it up and leave it behind?
Well, I was just wondering with Dexter there. He's been brave against Wicked. Shadow Dash would have been available in a couple of seconds, so he's stuck around, but backed off eventually. Ward control going out there from Evil Geniuses. LemonDogs haven't actually got themselves any wards in the jungle of Evil Geniuses so far, because that's what Mithy was doing.
And usually it's Wicked, the one that was face checking. I know there's one in Spring Split that I can remember where he face checked and they ended up losing that game. But right now, I mean, it's bad to lose that. I mean, look what Froggen's coming to lane with. Double Doran's Ring and the health pots. So it's going to be hard for NukeDuck to go up against this, but he has Ezreal, so he shouldn't be hurting too much in the end from this. And Mithy, he didn't bow flash, so he didn't waste any summoners in the end. Actually, no one really did, except Wicked's Ignite.
I think he just accepted his fate and was like, whoops, sorry guys, kind of screwed up there. But more importantly is the fact that Froggen did get first blood. He did go back and he got that second Doran's Ring. So often we see these first bloods come in and they don't actually make use of them. We're also seeing an invade here, but LemonDogs actually in the bush, ready and waiting for this one. They're going to see EG coming. They might be able to get a revenge kill. NukeDuck's going to come in. Crepo's the one that's taken low. Flashes away. Double flash comes out. LemonDogs, oh, Crepo goes down. Can they get another, though? They've used the exhaust, but Yellow Pete, he's going to get taken low. Mithy's going to come around here. Has he got death sentence? No, he hasn't. And Tabs is not going to be able to get himself another kill.
And he actually leveled up his Lantern first. I believe that was because the level 1 action, he kind of panicked, picked it up. But right now, look what actually happened. And Stugas could take a little bit of damage, but it forced Yellow Pete to back on the top turret. So he's going to be delayed bottom, actually back to top lane now. And Snoopy's going to be delayed in the jungle here as his red's being stolen away right from under him.
So despite the first blood going to Evil Genius, this is LemonDogs that really strike first. That is, like you say, the red buff going down. Dexter doesn't want to stick around too much longer because Snoopy's going to launch himself in there. Got himself 5 gold after that elastic slingshot. Not really what he was after, though, because it was all about that blue invade that's backfired on them horribly. Zoro being bullied a little bit by Wicked here in the early levels down the bottom.
Yeah, Wicked was able to get that level 2 right before him. He's able to pressure him quite well, but Zoro should be able to farm very well against him later on. And we saw him earlier on with his Vladimir in their game yesterday. He just straight pushed that top lane, wasn't touched at all.
And LemonDogs on the invade once again. This time Dexter, he's already taken the red buff. He wants the blue buff, completely countering out Snoopy. Snoopy's going to come in. He's only level 1 right now. Dexter is tanking up the blue buff, though, so he is going to be forced to back off. Wicked coming around to try and help out. Shadow Dash across, forces the flash from Dexter.
And good job to get that out of him. Obviously, he can't go for that flash cocoon that he's been able to do previously. And Wicked wasn't really forced to do anything himself. I mean, he's just going to miss a little bit of CS in lane, but not going to hurt too much in the end. And Dexter, he was thwarted away from that blue buff, which is a huge win for EG.
NukeDuck doing a great job at dueling against Froggen here. Considering Froggen went and got that double Doran's Ring, Snoopy's so low by the blue buff here. Will have to use that smite to get it away, but nevertheless, the buff will be picked up. That takes him to level 2.
Yeah, I mean, Ezreal, he's so hard to deal with in that lane. With that arcane shift, he can get out of ganks very easily. He has a lot of poke, a lot of damage with his Mystic Shot. And Froggen, I mean, it's always hard as an AP millionaire to go up against an AD carry like this, but it's all about if they can hold on, if they can just last long enough to where LemonDogs kind of don't get the early advantage and they don't power up with their double AD carries, and they should be fine. Not to mention, LemonDogs are very squishy and EG have a tanky lineup.
Well, the pressure again being applied in his top lane. A good play onto Yellow Pete, actually taking low. The Condemn forces him, bounces him back, and Yellow Pete drops a lot of hit points in that exchange. And honestly, you would expect Tabs and Mithy to be strong in this opening fight, and the fact that they did get that kill onto Crepo has only helped out Tabs even more. Hasn't gone back to buy though. He's going to be sitting on a decent amount of gold, so when he does go back, he's going to have the advantage over Pete.
And the thing is that EG's forced to play sub-passive because they don't have an exhaust anymore. Crepo, it is currently down for him. He doesn't have Flash to escape. Pete obviously does have both his summers available, but if he gets caught, if he gets condemned then into a hook, like he could drop very quickly. And so far, Tabs is building a nice CS lead over him.
Well, that CS lead in the bottom lane is not really developing. And like you say, that 2 AD carries, that's really the only opening setup here right now. We should talk about Dexter, of course, because he had both red buffs and the blue. So we'll see whether he goes for this gank in his mid lane. He's just hanging around, seeing if Froggen's going to go aggressive. They are about to hit level 6 in his mid lane, which is why they're waiting. He's probably expecting Froggen to suddenly go aggressive the moment he gets that Spirit Rush.
And I was just thinking back to that Twitter response about NukeDuck being like the most improved player, as we do see Dexter go in, but Dexter's actually glances Cocoon!
The Cocoon lands, the Q tries to sink the fangs in, didn't really have the damage. NukeDuck will have level 6 in a moment, so he will maybe go for that True Shot Barrage, see if he can land it in Froggen, but as it is, they back away.
And I was trying to think about that Twitter response where people were saying NukeDuck, most improved player in European LCS, but he also gets camped quite a bit by Dexter just to make sure he can be solid throughout the game. And with his Ezreal, I'm not sure it'll be as impactful in terms of roaming around and ganking as other champions would be for him.
Well, we talked about the gold that Tabs has. They are going to go back. We'll see what they pick up. He's got 1,400 gold right now, so it's going to be quite an item. It will be straight to Bilgewater Cutlass.
And that almost makes it so he can actually duel Yellow Pete. If he finishes that Blade of the Rune King before Yellow Pete, he should be able to just pressure him very hard in lane. It's going to be very tough for Yellow Pete to get a lot of farm, but he's able to catch up. And right now, NukeDuck just ulting that wave, so he wants to just kind of get that turret, or get straight to the turret. He also wants to back away too right after this wave.
Yeah, he's going to clear it out, so he use that True Shot Barrage. Also wants to get quick farm. Actually missed one CS. Disgusting NukeDuck, honestly. These profile levels, you see them miss this gold. Zora Zero, though, he's doing a great job in this bottom lane. He's starting to apply the pressure on towards Wicked.
I mean, when he hits that level 9 mark that everyone always talks about with Vladimir with his max rank Q, he can harass so much that Wicked's going to invest into that Spectral's Cowl relatively early on, probably go for an early Spirit Visage, but he actually goes for a Giant's Belt instead. But now we do have that lane swap coming in because of that. And Yellow Pete going to be sneaking in against Zoro.
And that's actually going to be tricky for Wicked because obviously the advantage that Tabs did have, Vane's going to be now on his own, effectively farming without pressure on him because it's just not worked out so well for Pete and Crepo.
And they realized that, you know, Zoro in their game yesterday versus NIP, he just shut them down with that constant pressure. They're actually going for very early dragon. Remember what I said earlier, when LemonDogs beats them, they always control that dragon. And right now, EG, a first step in the right direction.
Yeah, and actually I think Zora Zero realized that he was backing off. He said that he's going to clear the wave. The rest of the team are going to come in there. NukeDuck, of course, True Shot Barrage back available. See if he can gain and get the steal. They're going to get the vision. Zora Zero comes in. True Shot Barrage doesn't land. Crepo tanking up, though. He's going to go down. The Dragon did go across the Snoopy. Stand United's coming in. We're going to see Wicked joining in there. It's not going to be in right time, though. Zora Zero might get caught out. Wicked's trying to get on towards him. Yes, he will pick up the kill. And that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Dragon, more importantly, though, went to EG.
Great job by EG right there. That could have gone so much more worse, but Wicked is able to come in, able to pretty much keep them off of that as Tabs and Mithy even rotated down towards this middle lane. And EG, great pickup. Lost one, picked up Dragon, worth it any day.
Yeah, they are maybe going to put pressure on towards the mid lane turret. We didn't quite catch on that, the actual changes that they had there. We do now see Tabs and Mithy. They are on the mid turret. Tabs actually catching some damage out from Froggen. Not really going to do a great job at clearing this wave out. Wicked, though, he's back in his bottom lane. Not really where he wanted to be, I don't think, because they did the change around earlier on. And we see Pete and Crepo heading back down there.
It's like, I feel like I was just here and just left this place. And he's going to do that right now, head it back towards that top side. But will Tabs and Mithy stay middle? Will they go bottom to kind of counter this? And only time's going to tell here. And it looks like, honestly, they could just go bottom because they realize how scared EG is of this combo.
I think instead they're going to say, let's get ourselves that pink ward gold that we can see just around the side here. Will they go for it? They're going to go for the thing. No! Could be a face check in the tri-bush. Nope. Pink ward goes down. The pink ward is really on here between these guys. Crepo he's actually a long way out of it. And look at Dexter. Dexter's sensing blood here. He's actually into the tri-bush already. Thinking about going for it, hoping that he's going to come back around towards that ping ward, see if he can ward bait him in, but no, he's going to step away.
Snoopy's going to be here, giving that blue buff over to Froggen. He might visit that bottom lane, actually getting very low. He might be able to steal away the red buff, but nope. Froggen gets it, and he's going to head down bottom now, or just go back to jungling. Wait till that level 6 point, so we'll have it to gank.
Just going to keep us on our toes instead. 63 CS for Zoro0. He did try and interrupt on that dragon, but didn't quite work out, but he's doing a good job against Wicked so far. Starting to edge ahead in that CS. You can see the new icons on all of the items. He's been back to buy. It's the Vampiric Scepter, I believe, and Zoro0. Like I say, we don't see a great deal of lads in the European LCS right now.
But he's making it work. I mean, he's, I guess, ahead of the curve. You saw him playing Kennen so much the split, going 6-9. His Vladimir, I believe, is 1-1 now. The thing is, he's pressuring Wicked so well, and he's at that point where he can become unstoppable. He has Flash, he has Ghost, he has those really utility summoner spells to really push, to really go for some kills, even to back away if he needs to. So he's going to be very, hard to be ganked by Snoopy here, especially since they have a low damage with Wicked.
One thing I feel I should be mentioning is the fact that Nukduk is falling behind on CS to Froggen. It's nearly a 20 CS gap right now. Froggen doing a great job at starting to wipe out that ward. You can wave, sorry, he's just gone back and got himself a needlessly large rod. So actually may be trouble for Nukduk now.
Yeah, and we talked about 80 or double 80 comps, and he's gonna have to make sure to keep farming away. But if Zoro0 keeps at this, if he doesn't get punished, then it won't really matter too much, because his ultimate, the amplification damage from that is gonna make it so his ulti, or Nukduk's ulti across that, is gonna hurt very bad. And Zoro, he's just gonna keep pushing. With that revolver, he's just non-stop pushing, non-stop spell vamping. And you can see EG responds by sending their 80 carry support back up against him.
Yeah, sending him back to the top. You can see already that Tabs and Mythy had gone to the bottom, which means Wicked is going to be in that 2v1 situation. He absolutely loves so much. Yellow Pete, though, is maybe going to find himself a spider. The rat and a spider, it's a usual sewers combo that they do find each other in. No, explosive cask thrown on his head.
That was random.
Yeah.
And it actually made Dexter come out like there was a ward in that bush. But, we had Kripa talking to us yesterday, or talking to Joe and I during a game, and he was saying that when you're forced to lane swap like this, if you don't get the ideal lane in the beginning, and then you have to swap later on, you fall so far behind. And right now we do see gank bottom by Snoopy.
Well, it's Tabs is going to get caught. Let's bounce on a lot of tower hits came in on in there, which is why they got that kill in so easy. Good shadow dash from Wicked to get him caught out on that turret. I was about to praise him for a great CS advantage, but it's now Froggen. The repel comes out. He's not going to go diving for that one. Dexter's not suicidal. But there is a 20 CS advantage between Pete and Tabs right now. Tabs had that advantage, but that death's not going to help.
Yeah, it's not, but he's close to that ability of the Rune King right now, and the thing is, that's what's so deadly about a Shem. If you're trying to push that tower and you're a Vayne, you get taunted under it, you're going to take a couple of hits, you'll be forced to flash away, and when the jungler comes in for that next one, you're dead. That's exactly just what happened.
Well, Zoro0 now got the pressure of that double combo of Pete and Crepo, as we talks about going up there, and they are definitely keeping him back. Froggen forced to back away from this one. Nukduk comes back to lane. Has got himself that Tear of the Goddess early on. He wants to get that not frozen, the Iceborne Gauntlets. Technically frozen. It kind of does what it says on the tin, but that's the bottom turret going down. So that's the first one of the game right now. They have invested a lot to get that one, and it has successfully gone. That's actually going to free up Mythy and Tabs. Let's see where they head off. Looks like Tabs is roaming towards the top lane, so it's going to be the back in towards the top, back into a 2v2 lane.
Yeah, they definitely want to send Zoro off by himself. Just let him keep pushing, let him keep being a nuisance, because, when you have a Shen, you expect him to split push later on in the game. You expect him to be that nuisance that the other team has to deal with. But when you have a Vladimir, you have that same opportunity, but you have someone that does a lot of damage. So even if they send one person at you, or potentially two, when you have these utility summoner spells, you're not going to die.
You're not going to die. My voice may do, though. We'll see whether...
You've gone out of Barry White to something else now.
It's definitely getting deeper as I go on, but somehow I'm not sure how this is even working right now. Maybe we need a bit of a helium to just get it back up there. But it is 3-2 in kills. Evil Geniuses, they have a 700 gold lead. Despite getting that very early first blood on Mythy within the first 30 seconds of the game, it's kind of going the way of LemonDogs right now. And if you think your mind back, cast your mind back, they're going to try and get the crescendo on it. Actually, it's Mythy, they're going to dive in towards Big Crepo, taking very low here. The exhaust should be enough to save him, and Tab's backing away from this one. They thought about tanking it, they're going to tank it. Snoopy launches himself in. It's a double kill in the top for EG.
Wow, fantastic job by them to pick up those 2 kills, and they killed Tabs again, most importantly, who had that CS lead over Yellow P. He's not going to have that anymore. EG's going to get a turret, but in the meantime, Zoro's like, all right, I'll push the bottom lane. I'll get a lot of free farm here, and I'll get some damage onto that inner turret, but NukeDuck low.
Well, NukeDuck dead. That's for sure. Froggen just went on, and I talked about this. Once he got that Deathfire grasp, he just turns the aggression on. And NukeDuck, despite having that double Dora's Blade, will not have too many hit points to be able to deal with the combo. If he gets caught with one of them charms from Froggen, he is going to die.
Yeah, that's why Blue Ezreal kind of needs a lot of farm to kind of get the items you need. The Iceborne Gauntlet's so key to be able to kite people really well, but Dragon has respawned. EG says, all right, we'll give that one up. We'll go for a push on this inner turret, but LemonDogs are up and able to respawn in time.
So a good amount of kills being picked up by Evil Geniuses, and look at this, Crepo and Pete, they are back down here. Dexter's heads off to the side, Ping Ward goes down. Are they going to grow aggressive? Dexter may have to back away from this one. The rest of Evil Geniuses collapsing in around him, and he skitters away.
So EG's getting the ganks, they're getting the kills, and they're getting the dragons. This is exactly what they need to do to pick up this win. They're already 2-1 in the Super Week. They need this victory to kind of keep their playoff hopes or the 4-5-way tie alive. Right now, they're on the road to do it. They're doing a phenomenal job.
That gold swing went very quick. True Shot Barrage way behind. Not even going to trim out the bottom wave either because Dragon had gone well before that. So they're going to have a rough timer of it because they saw the True Shot Barrage go across and not find its target. But gold-wise, it's a 3k advantage for EG. And Froggen picks himself up the blue buff once again to put more pressure back on NukeDuck.
Yeah, poor NukeDuck. I would not want to beat him right now because Froggen, his ultimate, going to be up now. And with the DFG up as well, he should be able to apply a lot of pressure and potentially kill him again. It's all about that one charm. If he can land that, he's actually going to go back and buy right now.
Zoro Zero taken low there by Yellow Pete. Spray and Pray wasn't even available. He will be now. It's going to be just about respawn, and he's going to have to surely back away from this turn. Is going to have the pull to try and troll his way around there, along with that Ghost, like you said earlier on. But
Crescendo almost up. Expect Crepo to pop that Crescendo and go for a kill here.
the tower is about to drop. Will they turn aggressive? No, they will not. But the top tower goes down in response. So 2-2 in terms of turrets, both top and bottom going down. It's all about the mid lane now.
And it looks like Tabs will finally have that Blade of the Rune King done when he does go back. That's like the core item you need on a Vayne. Followed up with a Phantom Dancer, you have a lot of damage behind yourself. And when you're against these very tanky targets like a Shen, like a Zac, who's going to be in your face, you kind of need that item. But then again, Yellow Pete, even though he was behind in CS, with those 2 dragons, with that 1 kill and those 3 assists, he completes his at the exact same time and is actually 1 longsword ahead of Taps.
See how much that damage transfers as the fights begin, because right now LemonDogs, they were looking to try and keep the lane farming going, but EG have actually pushed the pace, and this is something we talked about earlier on in the day and yesterday, the fact that they have been more aggressive. You know, at the 16.5-minute mark, EG are looking to be aggressive. This is something we never used to see from the old EG.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, having N-Rated on the team to analyze everything, show where their weaknesses are, having Shaka to give it some insight as well, it's really helped them out. I mean, do you see Froggen going in?
Goes aggressive, gets the DFG down on towards NukeDuck. Look at that, half the hit points quickly burnt down there, and that was while 2 of the members were around him. That's going to be scary for him. Throws out the charm, catches on towards Smithy, the Ignite goes down. The rest of the team can't quite get close enough, and I can't even speak.
It was a good attempt, though. It was a good try. But yeah, they were able to kill him either way. He's able to escape. Both flashes blown right there. Zoro Zero is forced to come up here in that middle lane to just defend it. And EG, I mean, I talked about LemonDogs, that they can get that early advantage with their team comp, with the amount of damage they have behind themselves, then EG's going to be in for hurting. But they've been able to get around that initial part of the game, that early laning phase, and actually come out ahead from that. So as long as they keep at this pace, they are going to be really hard to deal with. However, Zoro Zero is still farming very well. He's going to be going for Azonius here. And even got those Ionian boots, so he has the extra cooldown reduction.
And we can't even talk about the fact that LemonDogs have that hyper carry. They have Vayne in there because Twitch is there as well, which effectively counters him pretty nicely. We're seeing Zoro Zero, though. He might get focused on here. Spray and Pray going to come down. No, not going to waste it. He's going to hang on. Now he uses it. Gets Let's Bounce on towards Snoopy. Snoopy tanking out the turret. Zoro Zero is going to get caught out. He gets taken down. It's Pete that picks up the kill. NukeDuck coming in, though. Last extreme shot comes out from Snoopy. The Ignite is not going to be enough to kill him. The heal will come out from Crepo just at the right time.
We were both like, it is going to
come out. Yeah.
I'm confident about saying that now. And we do have another new Sarge picked up for Froggen, but that was a good job by Yellow Pete to use the Twitch to his advantage. We do see him Froggen going in yet again on the Mithy here, and almost took on a half health with just a little bit of a combo. And you're definitely right about that whole Twitch versus Vayne thing, where Twitch can sit back, spray and pray through the entire team, and be fine. He doesn't have an escape mechanism, obviously, but Tabs, he's stuck at that single target DPS.
And he doesn't really need an escape mechanism because he's got effectively a protect team around him. Shen's going to cover his ass. Snoopy's going to come bouncing in on him. And then, of course, Crepo will crescendo anyone that gets close to him. So the Rat is well protected, well covered. Wicked's got himself that Sunfire Cape and Spectral Cowl. He's happy to now split push farm. Froggen is doing a fantastic job of farming. LemonDogs, they're under pressure again here. They were under the exact same pressure against Alternate, though. They turned it around that time. They're going to have to do it again.
Yeah, they did. And Nukeduck, I mean, what's made LemonDogs so good is his ability to pick up the kills, to roam around, interact with other lanes, and he's been shut down from that. He hasn't really done that with Ezreal, which you kind of really can't do too well. I mean, it's not an assassin kind of champion that he likes to play, and usually they've been able to take advantage of that right now. And the real question is, where's the next move? And I think it might be at that Dragon yet again, hoping for a team fight to break out there.
Zoro continues to farm. He has actually kept ahead of Wicked in terms of CS, which is not too surprising, I guess, for a Vlad versus a Shen. But Pete, look at this. He wants to be the assassin again. He's looking for the kills, waiting in the bushes. And Zoro Zero is the man that's returning to lane. Was taken down by the combo of Pete and Snoopy earlier on. There is actually a 2-level advantage, and here comes the Stand United. He won't see it coming because it's going to be invisible. He uses that pull, and the Shadow Dash didn't come out. Now it's available. There it is. Locks him down. It's another kill. This time Wicked takes it.
They are using that Shen Twitch combo so perfectly and so well throughout this game. That is the second time they've been able to kill someone on the enemy team in this game from that whole strategy. And each of they're picking up kills left to right, extending the lead 8-2. And just over a 4,000 gold lead right now. And it looks like EG are looking to do a little bit of split pushing here.
Flash Crescendo comes out, doesn't really catch. Yes, he did. Nukeduck was the one that caught the Arcane shifting, but he still got locked up by that Crescendo. And now down the bottom, Tabs goes aggressive on towards Pete, uses that barrier. Is it going to be enough to turn it around? No. Tabs gets himself the kill, but turns it straight around. Wicked gets his own.
Yeah, unfortunately, Wicked missed that taunt onto him. Actually, we didn't miss it. That was actually Tabs pretty much dodging that with that tumble, so it was a good job by him to do that. But in the end, EG, they pick up 2 kills. Most importantly, though, they haven't taken objectives necessarily off it. They just took red. Dragon is available right now, but if you're going to go for kills like that, you need to have something to come off the back of it, and it looks like Dragon will be that answer.
Dragon's not a bad objective to take. They've got a 5,000 gold deficit or advantage over LemonDogs. LemonDogs trying to put pressure on towards the middle turret, but Froggen is always there, and he's always clearing out that wave.
He likes to farm quite a bit, and with his team not needing him for these Dragons, it makes it easier for him to continue to do that. With that Zonius, with that DFG in hand, he has 2 of the Nisu large items. Wouldn't be surprised to see that Death Cap coming out next. And EG 3 Dragons in, up 10-3 in kills. And look at the kill spread they have. Quite well across the board. I mean, Wicked having 4 kills. We talked about being Bricked back in the day over in the spring split. He's doing that yet again. You have 2 kills on Snoopy, you have 2 kills on Froggen, and even 2 kills on Yellow Pete. And for once, Crepo doesn't have any kills.
No, for once he doesn't. He's not being the scumbag that we're used to. Pete, though, he's continuing to be off on the side, split push farming. He's feeling very safe when he does it. Well, of course, with that stealth mechanism, like you say, the fact that Wicked's coming in on top of him will actually cause people to question whether they should go up against him.
And the big thing is, look what boots Wicked invested in. Ionian boots of Lucidity yet again. Or not yet again, or for the first time, I guess we've seen throughout the LCS. He has so much cooldown reduction right now that he can afford to do this yellow submarine tactic over and over. Sitting at 35%, his ultimate almost up yet again. It seemed like it just happened, only on a 117-second cooldown. So every 2 minutes, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill.
We should talk about the fact that when Wicked does come in, the kills are happening. He's 4-0-3 right now.
He's so hard to deal with. I mean, even with the Vayne, even with these 4 DPS champions that you have on LemonDogs, he's still hard to shut down. I mean, you have percent damage out of Tabs, you have percent damage out of Dexter, you have amplification out of Zoro Zero, but I'm not sure if that'll be enough, because if you do focus him down like that, what about Froggen? What about Yellow Pete? What about Snoopy just jumping on top of you?
How confident is Tabs feeling right now? He's going up against Yellow Pete. Stand United is back available. He's waiting in the bush. Meanwhile, though, at the side here, so Crepo getting caught out with the cocoon. Tabs is going to back away. Yes, it looks like he's not going to go for Pete. He's going to step away from this one. They don't have vision of Wicked. He's up in the top lane, continuing to split push on his own, so he didn't fancy taking it, realized he would have been in 2v1.
And the thing is, with all of the ults he's been using, combined with Yellow Pete, he hasn't fallen that far behind in CS. Zoro Zero hasn't been able to take advantage of that by just clearing waves left and right and really stretching that lead. So Wicked's been doing a fantastic job this time, and I feel bad for what I said in Champion Select when you take away those 2 champions from him. What is he going to play next? And his Shen has been doing very well.
Shen has been doing very well. You should not discount Brickhead. It looks like the mid turret may go down. No, the hook actually on Wicked, not really the target they wanted. They got a good cocoon on him though, and a lot of tower hits coming in this time. EG will have to back away from this one. The question is, will LemonDogs pursue? It'll be foolish to, because there is a rat heading up the river with spray and pray ready to go.
And not to mention Froggen with that DFG, his finger getting really itchy to hit that button. And here comes Yellow Pete. All I can see a crescendo come out of Crepo again.
Well, Nuke is in there. Remember, he's not got a lot of hit points, so he could get locked down and do a lot of damage. EG have not given up on this, while many LemonDogs have backed away, and that's actually going to give him the turret. Froggen goes in. Standing 90 was used. He tries to get on towards Nuke. That's a lot of damage coming out there.
Yeah, tries to get him. He got him like all out right there, taking him down to about 25% without an ult charge. We see the crescendo.
The crescendo catches on there. Shadow Dash comes in, and Froggen picks up the kill. Now they're going towards Dexter. Dexter has to repel away, and EG pick themselves up another kill on Nuke.
That crescendo, that was the epitome of like a perfect crescendo, landing on the very edge of it. Was able to catch Nuke, able to lock that down. And we talked about EG taking objectives after kills. Looks like they might be able to get this turret very low, but Zorazor, he has something to say about it. He's
coming around the side. Yellow Pete may get caught out here. Second very low. Wicked once again getting hooked in there. Not the target they want, but that's a great play coming straight down. There's going to be time turning around. Let's bounce from Snoopy. Will it pop? Will it proc? No, it's not going to do enough damage. And Zorazor, he's going to try and chase this one. Has got flash and ghost, but doesn't feel confident enough he'd get a kill.
Yeah, he won't have the team behind him, and all it takes is one charm for him to die. We saw Froggen with that zone. His ultimate actually is about to be up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him actually go for a kill here. So Ezreal going to come in, going to stop the back. Snoopy getting very low. And that's actually going to mean a free turret for LemonDogs.
Had a passive available though. Froggen's not giving up yet. He was just off the side, just hoping that he'd step a little closer on those raids. He's still sticking around, and LemonDogs wisely stepping away from this one. So it was simply a middle turret apiece traded after all. And it's 3-3. Mithy though is going to get chased on. Froggen not going fully aggressive with the Spirit Rush.
That was too close. That was very too close for Mithy. Great job of him to escape. He's eaten 2 charms. He's actually fought against Froggen 3 times now. Escaped them all. So good job by him to not die after that first initial face check that happened. But right now, I mean, because of the play that just happened, EG has waves pushed up against them. So they're like, all right, we'll get the kill, get some damage onto your turret. We'll go back. We'll get a lot of free farm. And then we'll just do the same thing over again to you.
So let's take stock of the situation. 4-0-4 for Wicked. Built himself pretty damn tanky right now. The Warden's Mail in there, Spirit Visage, and the Sunfire Cape, along with those boots of Ionian boots to get the cooldown on that Stand United. He's been coming in every time on top of Yellow Pete's head, which has been keeping him safe. And you can see Tabs once again lingering off there inside ward coverage. Pete not worried about this, and this is actually buying him so much free time, because Tabs is like, I want to duel him, but I can't, because Wicked's going to come in every time.
I think it's Wicked's ultimate was used in that last fight we saw middle. It's now up again because of all this cooldown reduction he's been using. And, I mean, you're exactly right. Tabs can't free farm because of that global presence of Shen, because of that stealth of Yellow Pete. And the only real thing to do to kind of counter that is maybe rush a Baron. Like, or rush top lane, like a 4 or 5 man push top lane will force him to back away. I mean, finally do have Nuke getting a little bit of a power amplification.
Yeah, he's got the Manamune completed. We'll see whether he makes use of it, because as it is, still with that lack of hit points, he keeps getting caught out. Froggen jumps on him, and he just gets destroyed. Does get himself the blue buff, though. We'll see. He's getting good farm going. He's keeping up, but look at Froggen. He's a monster right now. 27 minutes in, getting close to 300 CS.
I will say this, though. If we see LemonDogs land a hook onto any one of EG, they can do a huge amount of damage. Zorazor, that's not good.
No, he was caught out. He does use the pull crescendo at the perfect time there. So well executed by Crepo. He's going to be happy with that.
Oh, yeah. Very happy. And they actually might be a Baron from that, too, because they have a lot of damage because of Yellow Pete. He's been able to get very strong this game, not to mention Froggen. But try to say, though, if LemonDogs, if they get a hook onto anyone, they potentially have the damage to burst someone down.
Dexter is just off at the side here, so let's not discount LemonDogs here. We've seen Baron Steel turn games around before. Now this time they're going to go aggressive. He actually tries to go in towards Crepo. He's just going to drop back down. Went in towards Snoopy, but that was a good condemn onto Froggen, but he uses the Zoni Zargas the moment he comes out of it. Now this time, Mithy does not escape the claws of Froggen. Let's bounce on towards Dexter. Catches on towards Tabs as well. Yellow Pete putting the damage down. Not enough to slow him down. Stand United was used, but Wicked will successfully get away from that one. The poison will not be enough to take down Dexter. It was a 1-for-0 fight after all of that. And it's Evil Geniuses that come out on top again.
And it looks like they might be able to go for Dragon here. Yellow Pete with the damage he has with having with Snoopy there. Yep, easy going to take that Dragon away. And that will be, I believe, their 4th of the game. And the gold they just picked up from pure objectives is just getting ridiculous. It's really getting out of hand, and it's really reflected in all the items they've been able to build.
And that's what's actually building in towards the fights. But we did just see there, the fights are still close, even if they don't go perfectly. LemonDogs have yet to actually have a full-on 5-man engage, and they could put a lot of damage down, because we talked about the fact EG were tanky, but that's kind of been mitigated now because Wicked's got himself tanky and now starting to get the damage.
Yeah, and it's just because Nukeduck's finally been able to get that ramp in power. Tabs is has a lot of damage, but Zorzo Froggen, actually, I don't know why he used that ultimate. He was trying to catch him there, but Tabs is even waiting by the side. So they would have been able to turn that one around, but just LemonDogs, they've been able to accrue the items they needed to handle the tankiness. So if one person does get singled out, and all 4 or 5 of them are hitting you, that person is going to die no matter who you are.
Well, Crepo's trying to sneak around with that Oracle and get the wards down, but Mithy is in there as well.
Froggen wasn't in the bush.
He's still not backing off. Hasn't got Spirit Rush this time around, though, so nope, not going to land it. Threw it out the opposite direction. Crepo, though, being covered off. Look at Dexter coming around the side. Cocoon thrown out. Crepo's in trouble here. He's going to get caught out. There's not a great deal. The charm didn't land. Hemo play comes down. Crescendo was used, but that is a very dead support player.
And that actually might have been what LemonDogs needed. I mean, they can push top right now. They could potentially go for Baron. They have Froggen close to being forced to back right now. He does still have his Zonies available, but all it takes is one Cocoon, and Wicked, he's going to be pushing this bomb, and he has the ultimate available. Snoopy getting caught.
They're diving on towards him. The Let's Bounce was used, but simply defensively, they're going to try and protect out this inner turret, but the rest of LemonDogs are moving as one right now. 5 members of them trying to put the pressure down. The minion wave will come in. But Wicked is still off down the bottom. He has Stand United available if it's required, but he's going to try and put pressure on the bottom in a turret of his own.
And Froggen's finally here, so their wave clear is here, but he's actually not there. He's looking for a kill here, going to be trying to come in from the side. He has his ultimate available, but he's just going to go push middle.
Where's he going? He's just like, nope, not worried about that one. Just going to go off to middle. We've already lost that turret, guys. Don't worry, I'll just clear out this wave. And
Wicked looks like he's able to get that bottom turret too, so 1-for-1 trade in the end. But how are LemonDogs going to react to it? Are they going to go try to save the turret? Are they going to go bottom?
They're going to lock out. They're going to catch Dexter here. The charm gets thrown out. It's not going to catch him in the right place, but Dexter doesn't matter. He's going to get mowed down, tries to repel across the Baron. The orb's coming across. Not going to catch him. Elastic slingshot from Snoopy, but he finds himself head-to-head with Nukeduck. Nukeduck then gets jived on. Spirit Rush comes out from Froggen. One more hit. There's the Ignite. Takes him down. Now Dexter's trying to get away. Snoopy is going to Elastic slingshot back on again. It's Pete, though, that's going to find Tabs. Tabs is going to get on towards Nukeduck. Is it going to be a turnaround? Stand United comes back out. Crepo comes in. It's a massacre in the top lane.
That is so unfortunate for Tabs because he ulted in right as Yellow Pete stealthed up and they had no vision detection. You saw Wicked come in with that huge shield on top of him, and EG getting 3 kills right there from losing 1 turret. Are you able to get Baron off of this? And LemonDogs, we might have finally met their match.
Well, they took the bottom turret as well, so they had traded turret for turret, and then just the simple, what we'd call it in a normal FPS, it would be exit frags, and EG just cleaned house. 16-4 in kills right now. They've got a 10,000 gold lead, and the Baron on top.
And they have a Froggen who's 5-0-2. They have a Wicked who's 4-0-6. They are just so tanky. They have so much damage. I mean, you saw Yellow Pete hitting Tabs there. Just shredded him very quickly. You even see Tabs building up a Negatron cloak because he realizes Froggen's a very real threat. You actually see 3 Negatron cloaks coming in with Dexter and Nukeduck, and with this Baron, EG, what are they going to do to punish LemonDogs? I mean, they still have 2 outer turrets to take if they want to, and then all they have is those inhibitors.
And it's interesting, this is the second time we've seen the WAD comp coming out this weekend. We saw Fnatic using it in day 1, LemonDogs this time around. Is this simply a case of teams feel it can work? They've been successful in scrims and such, but just can't seem to make it execute, because even in the picks and bans, when we looked at it, we're like, well, EG are actually really low on damage, but it's worked so well.
Yeah, it's just, you're kind of confident in your early game, which LemonDogs aren't surprisingly strong at. Like, they're not a team that's strong in that early game. They're strong in that mid game when they start to roam around. And I mean, it can work, but the thing is, if you fall behind, you really stay behind. I mean, because it's a blue build Ezreal. If you fall behind on him, period, you stay behind. But then to have all your CS funneled into both of your AD carries, it kind of limits where it can be. And you look right now, Yopi has 250 CS, Froggen has 347. They're leaps and bounds beyond LemonDogs.
At the moment they are moving back in. Stand United back up available again, of course. Wicked pushing down that bottom lane again. The orbs coming flying through. Zoro Zero even taking a lot of damage from this one round, despite the fact he's got that Spectral Cowl on him. Froggen is a damaging machine right now. Tabs, he's going down the bottom. He's going to try and deal with Wicked. He will be able to clear it out. Wicked actually doesn't want to go up against him. Interesting to see how that one's going to work out, because he's got a 4-level advantage. I'm not so sure why Wicked would step away from that fight.
Because he won't be able to kill a Vayne. Just flat out. He will not be able to kill him, period. And just him being there, his threat, right? There's no point engaging on Taz when he could die. With him being down there is threat enough to LemonDogs to pretty much let these turrets go.
Well, he has backed away, and actually, despite the fact is, he pulled an AD carry, the main AD carry, away from the mid lane, which bought them time on the inner turret, which is all he really wanted in the first place. It's going to be the top inner turret. It's going to be the next focus of target for Evil Geniuses. They're 5-4 up right now in turrets. It's the first turret advantage they've had in a while. And it doesn't look like it's going to be much LemonDogs can do to stop it. And look at Froggen.
He's not spotted.
He's not spotted, and he wants to go aggressive. He's ready and waiting to Spirit Rush across. The moment the minions come in, but Wicked, he's not going to be able to stand United. Yes, he is. Condemn was already used. He's going to go to Pete.
And Froggen going to be coming from the back here.
Oh, Spirit Rush is away. Dexter's got to be careful. Oh, he catches him in a cocoon. Really, are you going to go 1v1 with him? What are you thinking, Dexter? You're not going to work out for you. It's another inner turret. That's all of the inner turrets now down. And Evil Geniuses, where are they going to go next?
I would imagine they'd probably go to Dragon now. I mean, why not? It's up right now. You can pick it up. There's no point in pushing on any inner turrets at this point. And Froggen, it's on 2,500 gold. You have Wicked sitting on 1,100 gold. And the thing is, are they going to be able to crack the shell of LemonDogs? Are they going to be able to take that inhibitor turret down? Because once you get one inhibitor, it opens up the game wide for you. And usually you're going to pick up that Dragon now.
Are they going to take away that perfect score they could have had in Super Week, more importantly? They can't take away any position from LemonDogs, but a victory here would be a huge confidence boost for Evil Geniuses. It would take them to 3-1 in Super Week, and they would just need one more win to secure, well, they'd secure their place in playoffs, I believe, if they can pick a sort of a look across there. No, not yet. It's still very tight.
Yeah, because actually EG has one more game to play tomorrow, and I believe SK has 2 to play tomorrow. No, 1 to play tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, it's just the stands are so close. I mean, EG has to pick up this win. LemonDogs, they don't necessarily have to stay in playoffs, but
they could all be on 14-14 tomorrow. Don't worry. It's still
it's gonna happen.
It's still possible.
We'll be casting till Tuesday, non-stop marathon casting.
Non-stop. Actually, it won't be till Tuesday because technically it'll be through to Sunday because we go straight into Gamescom.
True.
Straight in there. Teams won't really need to practice because they've played all full matches. Nevertheless, though, it is LemonDogs. They are up against it. This is the first time they've really been tested. Alternate really put them against the wall earlier on, but today it seems that Evil Geniuses are in full aggressive stance. Gambit, they destroyed Evil Geniuses earlier on, but EG have reacted well in kind.
And right now, EG, the only real initiate they have is Snoopy. Unless you want to go for a flash crescendo out of Crepo. And Crepo actually picked up on Mikhail's Crucible because it's like the perfect support item for Sona. It gives you that mana regen, gives you that ability to free up someone that gets caught with any CC, and plus you're in the back anyway, so you won't really be focused down. And that means if Froggen or Yopi get caught with Cocoon, get caught with a Condemn or a Hook, bam, they're out of it right away, and you completely turn around that fight.
And without that Snoopy split push, there's no way you're going to punch through the LemonDogs wave clear, because with the double ADs, they're just going to mow them down. Yeah,
and that's the really tough point. Maybe you have to decide, like, do we want to flash crescendo? Do we want to go for this fight on the turret? And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if EG wait for the next Baron because of how much this game means.
And the GA on Froggen is going to be a serious issue, and that's going to probably make him just a little bit more confident because he wasn't confident enough already to dive in. He's definitely going to be a problem. Nuke Duck, though, with that blue buff, is trying his best. He's trying to keep away, trying to keep up. And EG, they're keeping hammering away at this one. Look at where Wicked is going. He's heading down towards that bottom wave. So it looks like they're going to do the top-bottom split and try and cause a problem. The middle wave has also been cleared in there. The hook actually on Crepo. A lot of damage getting burst down there. Froggen quickly puts an explosive cast down, just as I mentioned. Wicked go, Froggen going in there. There's going to be the Shadstand United. Shadow Dash will come across. He's going to catch 3 members of LemonDogs there. Mithy's going to get caught down. Dexter's in trouble. Tabs does get a kill on Yellow Pete. This is turning around nicely for LemonDogs. Froggen's in trouble now, but he gets the kill instead. Sonya's Hourglass used at the last second. NukeDog desperately trying to hammer away at him. It was a 2-for-2 exchange after all that. But we talked about EG going aggressive. They went in.
And now they're not going to be able to take any turrets off that, though. They do get 2 kills. So in the end, it was a 2-for-2 trade, which LemonDogs, I think they'll take that one definitely. And EG, they kind of got shut down there. They did very well. I mean, Froggen was able to preserve his GA, which is kind of a key point when we come into this next Baron fight in about 30 seconds. And with the death timers, I'm not sure either team can really rush it down just yet.
Well, Zorazira's...
Oh, no, his GA did get popped, sorry.
It did get popped, yeah. And actually, that could be a problem. I mean, the Baron will be up in 17 seconds. It's a 12,000 gold lead, but as you just saw, despite the fact it was diving on a turret, this is far from over in terms of team fights.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this right now. And LemonDogs, they're showing that, yeah, they're behind quite a bit, but they know how to do these team fights against probably one of the strongest team fighting teams here in Europe right now. And EG, we're going to see a dance. We're going to see that Baron dance.
Of course we are. What else would
Do you remember what dance Baron does, Steven?
He twerks.
Yes, he does.
He does. He's twerking it underneath that water, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he's doing. If you don't know what that is, then...
You're good. If you don't know what that is.
Then good. He's going to twerk himself down the river.
And then Dragon's going to join in. And it's going to go down mid lane to your base.
So what happens if a Dragon and a Baron twerk together? I don't know.
The world explodes.
The world explodes.
They win the game.
Well, but nevertheless, the world may explode because it's LemonDogs starting off the Baron here. They've noticed that Froggen is nowhere near. They may get this one. Snoopy's coming in. He's going to have Wicked. Oh, what a hook there. What a hook from Mithy. Interrupts Snoopy, and that's a Baron for LemonDogs.
I can hear it right now in LemonDogs' voice communication. Mithy saying, guys, that's why you give me Thresh.
I got this.
Yeah, that's why you give me him, because I can make plays like that happen, and they stop Snoopy from going in for a potential steal. And LemonDogs, they were down 12,000 gold. Baron pretty much gives you about 8,000 gold in terms of stats. They're actually going to be aggressive here. They're going to be the ones pushing the EG, and Wicked, he committed his ultimate to that fight.
Wow,
well,
let's see.
Fight, if you want to look at it that way.
The non-committal fight, as I guess it was technically. He was actually building up towards a Trinity Force as well, because he's built up that tanky, he needs a bit of damage, feeling confident, but suddenly, the roles may have changed, and you're just seeing Crapo in that bottom corner of the screen swiping the hair to the side. The pressure is very much back on EG.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, if they lose this game, they go even with SK at the bottom of the table for 6th and 7th place. So that means they're out of playoff contention then.
They're back where they were at the beginning of the week.
Exactly. So they need this victory. They obviously have one more game tomorrow, but they want every win they could possibly get. And they have the breakfast. We talked about him eating pancakes, and it kind of gave him those wins. They have their breakfast, but they got to make the win happen.
Yeah, they got to make that happen. At the moment, though, NukeDog, we said, you know, when the blue S falls behind, it becomes a problem. But actually, as the game progresses, it doesn't matter how far he's behind, because he's going to complete that build. And
he can kite so well. So if him and Taz actually work together pretty well, no one can really catch either of them. It just kind of comes up to if Froggen's going to commit his flash and all his ultimate charges to get back there. And with that Banshee's Veil and Tabs, not really going to be able to do that.
Shot barrage.
Wicked taunt to Dasha.
Snoopy turns himself into a big balloon as he just bounces around there. Well, that's what you get for not getting your elastic slingshot down. No wonder they call him Mithy there, because he's such a big blob. No problem.
Oh, I mean, he's even said he hasn't been working out. It's been like a month. Hasn't gone to the gym. Yeah, so I was just like, wow.
Calling Snoopy an actual big blob. That's brave right there. But it is Evil Geniuses that are on the attack. They were sat waiting around, expecting LemonDogs with the Baron buff to be being the aggressor, but instead, EG are like, well, they're not really coming at us, so maybe we should just keep the lanes pushing. Maybe we should try and set up for some form of gank.
Wow, and they have 3 oracles. If one wasn't enough, because they want to set up a gank here. Blue buff shouldn't be spawning time soon, because I believe NukeDog got it a while ago, but they're going to try to catch some of LemonDogs off guard. And if they do this, they're going to have at least an inhibitor off of it. Potentially game, because we're so late in.
Let's see if anyone passes by. They're hoping that maybe a Mithy or a Dexter comes roaming in there. But look at LemonDogs. They're set up waiting for a gank on that top lane.
They're like, wait a minute.
Everybody waiting for a gank. Nobody really shooting. The Arcane Barrage goes across. True Shot Barrage, rather. Arcane Barrage, bit of a mix. That would be a so scary thing, wouldn't it? Arcane Shift with a Barrage. Oof. I feel that Zoro Zero is going to step out and go for these minions, which may be the time. But look at LemonDogs, they're all sat waiting. EG actually losing their patience here, may start moving out. This is a tactical game of chess. They've been seen. They've just spotted all of LemonDogs at the side. They're going to rush for the middle inhib.
They should be able to pick this one up pretty easy too, because they can afford to tank. It's already low at this point, and LemonDogs, with that Baron buff available, are they going to fight for this inhibitor?
They're going to hit the tower, and they are going to run, and wisely so, because LemonDogs still with that Baron buff. They're not the fight they're really looking for, and they're happy to take away the success. Actual laughter coming out. I believe that was Crepo. No, it wasn't Crepo. Which one would have been laughing? Which one does the laugh? It's not Crepo, because he just does a chord.
Yeah, because Sona doesn't make sound.
No.
She's mute.
It might have been Froggen, maybe. Who knows? But nevertheless, the Dragon's going to go towards EG. That's going to keep the goal in a 10,000 plus buffer for them. And that will be the bottom wave zone out. So, despite LemonDogs getting in, getting that Baron, taking it away, they've done nothing with it. They've not gone aggressive. So that means they're not really that confident still.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're 43 minutes in. There's a lot of gold accrued across both teams. We're basically at full item builds for most people, or at least at their max amount of core items that they need. And yet, fights aren't breaking out. We see Froggen pick up a Void Staff, has his GA up again, which I don't believe he had when LemonDogs got Baron. So LemonDogs could have pushed right there, knowing that wasn't available. And right now, it just comes down to who has a better team fight, who gets that better engage. And with that inhibitor turret being down, EG has the positional advantage because they have that crescendo, because they have that Zac jump.
Well, the Black Cleaver has been picked up by LemonDogs, so he's going to be doing yet more damage. We saw Ravenon's Death Cap being picked up by Zoro Zero. He's going to be doing yet more damage. So LemonDogs, we talked about right at the start, how much damage they do have. Now they actually, like you say, have those builds up to 4 or 5 item builds. That damage is going to be prevalent. The question is, will EG be able to survive it? They've got themselves that tanky. Looking at Wicked there, he's got what, 4,500 hit points, something like that, 4,000 plus the shield, something like that. It's a lot of hit points regardless. So he's going to be able to take a lot of tankiness in that front-loaded attack from LemonDogs.
Soupy with that Oracle is clearing out of wards, and with the Zac, you can engage over that wall onto the enemy team. So LemonDogs, they need to get some sort of ward down there, or kind of wait for this jump to come in. They want to fight for this inhibitor. I think they actually might be able to.
Well, True Shot Barrage comes across. Froggen's stepping out very aggressively. Like you say, that Guardian Angel now up. They're looking to go towards this one. The Thresh Hook not going to land. Wicked gets slowed down. The poke continuing. They are taking this inhibitor turret down. The inhibitor going down slowly. Not quite enough. Oh, that Cocoon just on the peak there, catching onto Froggen. Stepped away from it. EG are not giving up just yet, though.
Watch the flash crescendo coming at Crepo. I have a feeling that's going to come. He's going to make that big move for his team, and then they're going to follow up with everything they possibly have.
Well, it's going to be either nuke Duck. They need to just drop in seconds. He's only got 2,000 hit points, so it would be possible if they can get on towards him quick enough. Zoro Zero will get that Hemo Plague down on him regardless. One more shot in the inhib will take it down. But EG playing this one very cautiously, as you would expect, because as you said, they will either go into third place on their own in a rightful position, or they're going to be 7th.
That's just from one game, but right now EG, like LemonDogs are playing this like EG has Baron, and EG can just walk in and take it with one or two more hits, and Froggen taking low and engaging.
Froggen goes in, that Guardian Angel is up, but it forces Nuke Duck away. There's the inhib, and they do back off, so successful hit and run from EG.
I had hopes that he would commit to that one and go for the fight, but they didn't. They back away because Baron's up in another 30 seconds. So we're going to see our third Baron of the game. LemonDogs, they do have in many ways pushed at that top and bottom turret or lanes right now, but there's no one there to really kind of help it out and just kind of give it that little shove they need for a free inhibitor.
Yeah, Snoopy not being caught out this time around. Puts that pink wall down on Baron because he will be up in 20 seconds time. The turret in the bottom inner lane was taken down by minions, so that's been dropped by the minions alone. Stan United is still available for Wicked. He's clearing out that bottom lane. LemonDogs, they're in position, ready for Baron.
Oh, Crepo, I like his positioning. He's getting ready for a potential flash crescendo right now with Wicked coming in from the side. They do have, like, they all have the ability to get over that wall except Yellow Pete, who can just attack with the spray and pray, but right now Yellow Pete getting caught.
Pete getting caught out. Stan United has been used out already here, so the EG are going to have to try and turn some aggression, try and see if they can pick up a kill. They're getting on towards Dexter. That's going to be the smite going down. The Hemo Plague catches on towards all of Evil Geniuses, but that's going to be a great crescendo. Wicked taking the front-loaded damage again. Mithy's going to get caught. He gets dropped down there. Snoopy launches himself in the passive. Will be safe, though. Tab's going to be focused on. He gets dropped down there. Yellow Pete picks up that kill. Zoro Zero, the next target. He gets caught by the slow of Pete, and now he's going to go mode. go down, will pull it up, but it's not going to be enough. Uses Azonia's just trying to buy some time. He gets Shadow Dash and caught out there by Wicked. That's a 4 for 0 for Evil Geniuses. They're in the driving seat. Will they push through for the win? I'm sure as hell they will. They're going to go to the Super Minions in the mid.
And you saw right there what LemonDogs' plan was during those fights. It's just to kite as much as possible, but Dexter just got caught tabs. Unfortunately, couldn't take that brunt of the damage. And EG, they're looking to close this out.
They're going to close it out. Evil Geniuses will be the first team in Super Week to shut down the LemonDogs. The #1 team in the LCS will get taken down. That's going to put Evil Geniuses into 3rd place. Ironically, Froggen does get taken out towards the end there, but it's Evil Geniuses that have taken the win. They are now 3-1 in Super Week, and that may well just be enough to make them through to the playoffs.
Oh, guys, what about Yellow Pink Crypt? All right, there they go. They finally got in a hug there. I was like, that's kind of messed up. But yeah, great job by EG considering what happened in the beginning. They got that first blood. Then LemonDogs seemed to just turn it around. They were out farming them in a couple of different lanes because we saw EG throw in a couple of lane swaps right there, but they held on. They kept their confidence, and they closed out the game.
But the LemonDogs sure as hell made them work for it, that's for sure. It was tense moments. They picked up that Baron. Evil Geniuses just weren't sure what was going to happen. They thought, are LemonDogs going to come at us? Are we going to get drilled? They did take some of the inner turrets, but they didn't quite get to the Evil Geniuses base, and they held on out there. And would you believe it? It was ironically Yellow Peak getting caught out that started the whole fight.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but that QSS that he picked up, I think it was like 25 minutes in, is the thing that kind of saved him. That was like the only time he really used it, but it got him out of the fight. And it turned it around.
I'd love to know what Froggen and Pete were just talking about there. Because that looked like it was case of, you just got caught. But it was okay.
But we won.
But we won. It's all right in the end. So, that's, as I mentioned, that is actually going to take Evil Geniuses to 14 and 13. They're in 3rd place on their own right now. They only have 1 match tomorrow. There's a couple of teams with 2 games in there. So, don't discount them just yet. LemonDogs, of course, they're at, what, 17 and 10. They don't care. They lost the game, but they put up in a great performance. They tried out something new and probably won't go with it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the loss, I think, is going to affect them a little bit because actually over in NALCS, they were talking about, Cloud9, clearly first place, clearly first seed. Do they relax with these games? Do they play some fun champions?
Dangerous.
Or do they continue to play like they've been doing? Because getting into the silly mindset before playoffs is terrible for you.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it does hurt them
dangerous.
a little bit, but I think they're going to keep their momentum either way.
Absolutely. And we were discussing it off air as well. It's like how dangerous it is to suddenly relax and just go into that, especially when Gamescom is just a couple of days away. It's just around the corner. So to relax now, you need to be using this as prime time training, effectively matched fitness, as it were, that you'd call it in the football. Nevertheless, though, we are going to go towards our analysis, guys. It is going to be Joe Miller and Trevor Quickshot Henry to take us through that pretty much epic match.
Thanks a lot, guys. And an epic match it was as well. I mean, Evil Geniuses, we can go right back to the beginning from where it all really started. Mithy getting caught out in the opening seconds trying to get a ward down.
What was more important from that was that Evil Geniuses almost gave away that advantage.
Yeah.
They did lose a player, on a bit of a delayed invade. It was a bit half-hearted. They didn't have the entire team there. But in general, EG played pretty solidly throughout that game. We've seen another double AD comp, once again featuring Vayne and Ezreal. We've seen it earlier today in OGN. And that's the first time we've seen that out of the LemonDogs all split long.
Yeah, and you have to wonder about that as well. I mean, coming into this game, they've not really tried that kind of thing before. And it didn't really work as they obviously intended it to. And Demon and Jason actually talked a little bit about the whole Blue Ezreal thing and falling behind, and that seemed to play a little bit of a role in there as well.
Yeah, it's something that I had the pleasure of talking to Jat a lot about during week 7 of the LCS in NA. They had a lot of double AD comps. 3 out of the day's 4 games were double AD. And one of the things that makes a double AD comp is utility. If you can buy time in T-fights to slow people down, hold them in place, and allow the double ADs to deal damage, you can win. But an Ezreal and a Vayne don't have all that much utility. Even though there was a blue Ezreal slowing people, a Varus or an Ashe probably would have fitted the role and rounded out the composition a little bit more. In general, though, EG handled it very well. They forced team fights as a unit. We've seen them tower diving in the late game. EG.
Is that you?
and it worked very well, They got a little shaky right near the end. After that Baron interrupt by Mithy.
Yeah, which was amazing, by the way. We should give some real props to Mithy for that, because the timing was pretty sick.
It was perfect. It was about a second before that slingshot was actually going to get fired. Managed to prevent it, secured the Baron, and that just dragged the game out a little more. But unfortunately, LemonDogs were just too far behind because their early game, it just didn't go as well as they were hoping.
Well, thanks a lot, Quick Shot. We're going to head over to Shox, who sat by with Wicked for an interview after that one.
Yeah, Wicked, congratulations. What a hard-fought game here. Talk us through the beginning. They banned out your Aatrox. So what did you aiming for? Not that Zach, still going on that Shen. Were you happy enough with that?
I wasn't really happy about Shen. I don't like the hero at all, and my team kind of forced me to play him. Then we picked it. I wanted to play Zac because, like, I love Zac. He's really fun to play, but I had to play Shen.
I heard that you're not particularly happy about having the Vladimir in the matchup.
Yeah, Vladimir destroyed Shen, so I couldn't do anything. I was like, every time he moved to my lane, I was like, guys, push bottom and swap, because I'm never going to lane against him, or else I called Frog to move against him.
Yeah, that was your lane, but then the mid lane we had an Ezreal, not something that uncommon, Ezreal in the mid lane. How did you deal with that as the game progressed? Because it can be really a pain.
I feel like when people pick Ezreal middle against Frog's Ahri, we often win. Like, Frog is really amazing in Ahri, and then he gets into a squishy mid, he just kills them all the time.
Yeah, Froggen was indeed very good against this game. You build up a solid lead, but we know LemonDogs, if you give them a half chance, they can come right back, and it kind of seemed as if you were afraid of that come late game.
Yeah, we were very afraid of them. That's also one of the reasons they got the second Nashor, because we had a defensive position, and we didn't clear the Nashor. We let them do that, and they just sneaked it out in front of us.
Absolutely, but you pulled it through, and what does it mean to win against LemonDogs here? They are the top place team, and of course you had that sour loss earlier in the day, and what does it tell you that you can beat a team like LemonDogs that's first place and not Gambit?
Well, we always known that we're a team that can beat every team and we can lose to every team. It depends on our day. Sometimes we lose to a team that plays worse than us, and sometimes we lose to a team that plays way better than us, or win against a team. I think it's okay. We are just very inconsistent. We can't really do much about that. That's just how it is.
So how are you going to battle that inconsistency come the last game you still have ahead of you tomorrow, and then maybe the playoffs even?
Well, we're going to try and think about our little ones and just make sure we don't make any stupid mistakes, because the game against Meteor Makers and Gambit, we pretty much lost from level 1 and we couldn't do anything after that.
Okay, so finally, of course you can't hear it, but it seemed like the whole crowd here was cheering for EG. Do you feel somewhere that you owe it to them as well to just go all in?
Yeah, for sure. Then we can see the crowd after making amazing plays. We're like, oh my God, they're cheering for us. It's good. It powers us up, and it have a huge influence. So thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Wicked. So that were all our games for today. Now it's time to check in with Demon and Jason, of course, for a last look at the results and those standings.
Thank you very much. I've never heard standings so sexy in my life. Of course, we are going to get things underway.